Lady Glow and EC Details, and welcome back to another episode. It is one of my favorite topics, hybrid washing. What is a hybrid wash? You know, a hybrid wash. It's when you take two types of wash methods to wash your car. In this instance, I'm going to show you one of my favorite one-hitter quitter combos. It's one of my favorite. And maybe it'll become one of your favorites. And you're like, why is it one of your favorites? Let's go through that. First, let's look at the car. All right, guys, I got set up. Went to church. All those tree sap situations all over the cars. Those are stuck on, by the way. Kind of pissed me off. The whole car is pretty dirty. So this is what it looks like. I have not washed it in a very long time. Like, this is dirty. It's dirty. Okay? It's a white car, so I'm showing you the worst parts, right? Kind of like my Christian life. The worst parts is all you see because you don't remember the good stuff. Don't know why I said that, but here we go. The car is dirty. The car is dirty. Half the car doesn't have anything. Half the car has 2-year serum. And then the rest of it has like 4 of the coatings. But yes, we are going to hybrid wash the car. Now let's go over what we have. It's been a busy day in the studio, week. Actually, I need to clean this crap up. Slob, okay? Slob. When you see this, hot trash. But let's talk about what we're going over today. I've been doing a lot of interior cleanings. This is one of my favorite hybrid washes I've ever used. If you haven't, or you don't know what Garage Therapy is, they are a professional brand outside of the UK. We have them in the USA now. Of course, I sell this, but you can use whatever hybrid wash you want. I'm just going over what I like, guys. This is what I like, right? It will be no different than any other YouTuber who likes their stuff. You know what I mean? So this is a rinseless wash. Acidic by nature, super dilutable in many instances. This is Snow Foam V2. It's a great snow foam. Now, the difference between this and this, and I want to take a step back, cuz, all right, little brother, is hammer, bigger hammer, smaller hammer. 14 pH, anywhere between like 11, 12. I need to measure it. You could do 2 PIR or 1.5 PIR. All of that is in the label on the back. Actually, amazing snow foam. Not trying to glaze it, it's just super good. Decon though, pH of 14. This right here is a Swiss Army knife of sorts. Meaning, the reason I love to use this for hybrid washes is I could use it in a spray foamer, 10-to-1, do my tires, do a pre-wash, hit it up. I could use it as a bucket soap. I could use it to cleanse my coatings. I could use it to foam on. I could use it for any aspect of the vehicle. It is a Swiss Army knife and it hits. You know, they say a master, a jack of all trades, a master of none. The rest of that line talks to you about the whole thing. This slaps. For the outside, it's a master of it all. So cleaning tires, foaming it on, pre-foam, etc. It is higher alkaline, so put a respect on its name. Okay, put some respect. Put some respect in my name, cuz. All right, put some respect. And then we have Garage Therapy. This is my second one. I've used the first one all the way up. I used this in that car that I did that was gnarly. It's acidic, surfactant-based rinseless. I like the smell. I like how it cleans. The dilutions on this monster is anything you want it to be. Over here. You're like, why is the bottle doing that? It's acidic by nature. So you could dilute it 256 to 1, 399 to 1, 400 to 1. Use it however you want. The dilutions are clearly stated here. But we're going to use it 256 to 1. And the reason I do that is because I can and I want to. And my hybrid wash method is going to be decon, because Lord knows this car needs it, as a foam, and then the rinseless wash as a contact wash. Let's roll. So why hybrid washing, Andy? Why not just do a rinseless wash? Use Palladio. It's still considered a hybrid because you have to use a higher pH and then you have to use rinseless wash. In this instance, what I'm doing is I'm going to use the decon from Garage Therapy to break all the road film, to try to get my tires and rims touchless without having to do a whole bunch of scrubbing. You're like, you're so lazy. No, I have a freaking electric car, bro. I don't have brakes. Do what you need to do for yours, but mine is like, it's like I barely use the brakes. It regens, but I also needed to eat the crap on the roof so I could take it off. I think hybrid washes have become a staple in my business for a long time. I've been doing this a long time. F-bomb with Wipeout. I did dry bucket naked wash with another rinseless. I did ADS's version, Coach Kemi's. Now I just use the stuff I get my hands on, bro. Like, all this new stuff from the UK I love and I enjoy. So I'm going to show you how I dilute it. We're going to walk through dilutions. We're going to walk through how it foams. I'm going to show you how to do a double tap with it. You're like, are we talking guns here? No, stop the violence. We're talking double tapping on the car with this rinseless, with this high pH soap. Let's go. Dilutions are important. You know what I'm talking about? So just dilute that right. They say for gnarly cars, you go 120 to 1. But I just like to do 256 to 1, 4 gallons of water in that mug. And that's what we're going to do here. And see what we got. Dang, I was close. What a trash can. Hold on. Put that. Oop. Yeah, there we go. Put that in there. Now, I have two kind of dilutions going on here, okay? I have one that's going to be my double tap. Double tap essentially means that I'm going to go, the stronger dilution is 10 to 1. When you're spraying out a foam cannon, shout out to Gary and his foam cannon here. When you're spraying out a foam cannon, you're doing a dilution of, could be 1 to 100, 60 to 1, depending on your flow, your max rate. Jeff Franklin would be the one that you want to know about that. He knows a lot about, he has a chart for all this, but that wouldn't be the pure dilution. 10 to 1 would be the one hitter quitter. So I'm going to do 10 to 1. I'm going to do the lower panels. I'm going to foam over it. 10 to 1 as well in here with decon. Now you're like, Eddie, why aren't you using snow foam? Like I said, I need the bigger hammer today. Car's kind of gnarly. Not saying that this can't do it, because it totally can. Snow foam, that is. But I want to get my tires kind of clean and all that crap. And I want to make sure that I'm set to go. So put 60 mils in here, because I got 600 mils of water. That'll be 10 to 1. 60 mils is 2 ounces. Oh, how good am I? Oh my gosh, bro. Look how... Sorry. It's weird. I don't know why I made those noises. Put that here. And then that dilution is ready. And then we'll pour it in this. The thing I like about the Mafra bottles, you should probably carry these, is they actually come with like the proper dilution. I put hot water. They've actually come with proper dilution in here. So 10 to 1 is just me pouring it in here. And then all the way to the fill line. And then we're good to go. So this I can actually use around the car now. So I have it in the bottle. I only keep chemicals in the bottle for about 2 weeks and then I switch it out. I should be able to go through that pretty quick because you could do rims and tires with all that crap. Put this on here. Shout out to Toko for being a boss. And let's get cooking, guys. All right, let's get cooking. What we're using for wash media today, it's my sponge. I was testing another rinses that kind of rocked my sponge a little bit. But you can see it doesn't get foamy in the bucket. It is non-ionic surfactant, so you can't use it inside of your car if you want. Non-ionic meaning does not have to be rinsed off. And this does not have the ability to foam up a lot when you dilute it properly. So you begin your double tap by grabbing your sprayer. And I actually like to just put it all over and saturate it. And you can start seeing the browning on the tires already. I like to do that. I have hot water in this. And look at that. Hammer. Now, for yous that don't have a strong kind of wrist, I don't like to do sprays like that, but you can see it working here. Look at that. That's why I like decon. Look at that. Look at that. Melts the hose off the street. This could actually be good enough if I wanted to just do this, but you can see it eating the road film. You can see it doing the work. I'm gonna come around. I'm gonna hit the areas that are problematic. And you can see it already doing the work. That's how I like it. I like to just spray it on the car lower panels, especially to get all those, and you would do this with any wash that you're gonna use, but look how it melts that. Look. Rinseless does that, yeah, okay. Not as fast as that, bro. And I'm a rinseless whore, okay? Rinseless does not do it as fast as that. It's safe on everything on the car itself. And again, I'm just pre-spraying it, letting this do a lot of the heavy lifting on the gunk and all that crap on there. And I learned this method from actually Reggie from Lava Cosmetica when he came to my house and we shot videos. It would be 2 years almost. I remember him just hanging out, walking us through what it means to do a double tap and the reason behind it. All right, we'll do this and then we'll foam it on. The power of Decon 10 to 1. And you can see it here. I was just starting to break that up. And I haven't even hit it with water yet. So that's why I like to do a double tap like this. And then I'll foam on and let it cook for a little bit. I also went on the roof, sprayed the roof to help break that up. I might have to use a tar remover, glue remover. And like I said, this is safe for everything. I just like to do the lower areas here. And then we're gonna foam that on. All right, foam it on. And you just want it to be watery like that. You don't want it too thick because you want it to actually break down the contaminants in the car. And you can just see it going to work. Let it do its thing, okay? Let it start cooking, let it break down all the dirt grind, let it emulsify, let it encapsulate, let them do whatever words you learned on the internet today. It's gonna do its job here. And you want it to let it sit as long as possible. Look at those tires, look at those tires. Go on, what's going on? No, I'm kidding, I'm just hyped, right? Tires like you need, look, for me, that's good enough. I'm not gonna scrub them. I don't need to. We're in winter, so that gets it good enough for me. Look at that. I'm gonna foam the rest of it on. We're gonna let it sit for as long as possible. We're gonna spray off and then do our contact wash. As easy as 1, 2, 3. Let it sit, let it dwell, let it eat, let it do its thing. But you saw how it's eating the dirt off the car. This is why I love hybrid wash. Use whatever you want to use, but if you want to use a killer, a one-stop hit-it-quitter, that Decon from Garage Therapy, there's no glazing here. It's just real good. As a touchless solution to me, it's real good. It's not 100% touchless. I would say 85 to 90, but it gets me good enough that I don't have to worry about bringing things in the car after or when I start my rinse wash process. And then you can see how when to spray off. So you can see the back here, right? How it's doing its thing. When the soap starts to separate and you see a lot more of the panel, like that, is when you want to start spraying it off. I only say that not because you're dumb or anything, because people ask, so when is it enough time? I would wait slightly more, but this is getting close to the appropriate amount of time that I would rinse it off. I start with the rinsing tires. And I always go bottom to top. So look at all that. It is taking the tree sap off. What? So, all right, look, it did cut the tree sap off. Look at that, dope. I come in, clean it up. All right, part 1 of the hybrid wash. Get yourself a high pH soap. My opinion, can't go wrong with Decon. Real good. It's a tremendous pre-wash. Tremendous. Also 10 to 1. It's a great tire and wheel cleaner. You saw that. Brown, the tire's like my skin. Chocolate. Well, that's not chocolate. Caramel. Now, step 2 of the hybrid wash process is me using a rinseless. Now, why rinseless? Why not a regular soap? That's a great question. Okay, rinseless for me removes a step. That step is rinse off. I am going to go in, contact wash it. I am so confident that I'm not even gonna spray the car. I'm not even spraying the car. I'm gonna go in with just rinseless wash. I'm gonna apply it on the car. I'm gonna do my contact wash. I'm gonna dry those sections without a sealant, without a topper, without even one that doesn't leave protection, because I want to keep this paint virgin, because I'm doing tests on like 6 coatings on this car. And I have, winners among us, so I want to make sure that the coatings stay on their own 2 feet without any help. So got my rinse wash. Get your favorite one. Use whatever you want. This combo is a showstopper. I'm telling you right now, Decon as a showstopper. All right, grab yourself a towel. I got the mini goat. I got my garage air Rinseless 25061. On the verge of dripping just means if I go like this and it does that, too much. You want it kind of like that. And I come in, do my contact wash. I'm just applying at this point. You don't need to use a lot of pressure. The whole car, a lot of the stuff was removed at the time of the pre-wash. You're like, you're not gonna pre-spray? Nah, don't need to. Look how clean it is. I'm not saying it's perfect. That's why you do a contact wash. But it's clean enough for me to trust the science. Now I dry. Bam, hybrid wash. And look how that one does on the glass. And there's no smearing. There's no worrying about it. It's slick on the dry off. There could be the coating too helping it. Just want to be transparent. Well, there you go. Hybrid washing. So I just pre-wash. I wash almost in one sitting. I'm going to finish the rest of the car and I'm going to show you the end of it. And we finished the car. Hybrid washing. Less than 15 minutes. No toppers. Here's what the car looks like. Those are the rims. Didn't even have to hit them. They're not perfect, but look at the back. Look at the roof. The roof, we had a whole bunch of tree sat. Look at the gloss. Two products. There you go, hybrid wash. Garage Therapy Decon is one of those soaps that I think everyone should try. I'm being for real. If you like soaps that clean, if you like soaps that can be used for several things, that one for me is one of those that you have to experience to get what I'm getting or what you're seeing. Does that make sense? A hybrid wash, essentially just use your favorite high pH soap, use whatever rinseless wash you want, and you're removing the step of having to do a rinse off at the time of contact wash. Been doing this process for a long time. Now, if you're in the elements, you're like, well, when do I add the iron? When do I add the water spot? Do it like you would a normal wash. So if you do a wash, a contact wash, and then you do iron spot remover, then you do, iron spot remover. If you do an iron and then you do water spot remover, you do it in those steps, but you have to introduce water, rinse those off. Just FYI, water has to be a part of this formula. You know what I'm talking about? With that, I hope you like this kind of content. Hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. We're out.